but I want everybody to understand that this Dan Bongino, 10 things Dan Bongino, Trump's FBI number two pick, right? What he has said in the last year. As everybody knows, he is, or was, I should say, a podcaster. So, with that being said, Dan Bongino, a conservative pundit and podcast host, he is President Trump's newly appointed number two in the FBI, a role typically given to a senior agent. A senior agent. This guy must have been working for the CIA. That's what I'm getting out of the whole thing. He had to be uh just not no podcaster is going to be jumping into this role number two in the FBI. Never in your life. They're not just going to pick some podcaster. He had to be in the government agencies somehow. So, with that being said, why it matters, right? Why does this matter? This is insane. To me, it's insane. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. He picked him. I can't do nothing about it. Bongino's appointment as deputy FBI director is unorthodox on several levels. His lack of experience, coupled with his and director Cash Patel, right? Got him at the number one, Cash Patel. Great for him. I congratulate that guy for his role in trash talking. If you watched, he destroyed everybody on the side of the Democrats with their stupidity and their lame questions. But the director, Kash Patel's starkly partisan posture has exasperated concerns of the FBI becoming Trump's private security force while led by MAGA loyalists. That's that's a good thing. He's Trump, and he should have MAGA loyalists. Unlike whenever what happened in July of last year, he didn't have security with him, so I suspect that he should have MAGA loyalists by his side. So the driving news in 2022, Bongino was banned from YouTube after being suspended for violating the platform's uh, misinformation of you know, the spider bite. He also spread theories, you know, conspiracy theories, which we all know are all right. I don't know what kind of conspiracy theories people are into, but most logical ones, I would say, are pretty much true. If you're out there saying, I don't know, some crazy stuff, some of these conspiracy theories are they're questionable without a doubt. But he says he also spread theories, right, about the FBI's role in the 2016 and 2020 presidential election and questioned the agency's integrity amid investigations into the assassination attempt targeting Trump, which we all know two men that were related to the same company is kind of questionable. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about all that because, you know, I don't want to get strikes, and it's my my first live, so we'll stick with what we know. The FBI and White House did not immediately respond to um, Axios' request for comments. So, Trump is a number one. Trump should ignore court decisions. I don't know. That's questionable. Borgino said in a February 11th episode on his podcast, The Dan Bongino Show, that Trump should ignore a demand from a judge to immediately comply with an order to lift his administration's federal funding or federal spending freeze. The firebrand commentator argued the judge had effectively usurped the power of the executive branch and was not acting constitutionally at all, which we all can we all seen it. It played out on TV. I mean, if it doesn't matter if you're right wing, left wing, um, down the middle, Green Party. They don't even have that anymore, but that's what I was years ago, Green Party. But I changed, and will keep my affiliates to myself. So I'm just here to give the news. I'm not here to tell you one thing or tell you another. I want you to decide for yourself what is right and what is wrong. Unlike most news, they tell you what they want you to know, not what you. They don't want you to be a thinker. They want to think for you. But here uh, on BNN, we want you to be a thinker. Well, I do, definitely. If you ain't a thinker, you're a stinker. You might as well just pack up and figure out another place to go. Number two, okay. We got 10 of these, all right? Let's break things down here. So people need to sacrifice for a little bit for Trump's policies. All right, sacrifice for a little bit. That sounds a little I don't know, kind of I don't know, it sounds funny to me. Bongino on the February 18th edition of his show urged Americans to sacrifice for a little bit for long term prosperity of the U.S. as Trump implements sweeping policies and staggering cuts within federal agencies. We're all going to take it on the chin and a little bit. He said, rich guys, poor guys, middle class guys, someone's going to lose their cut, their tax cut. U.S. aid was used to infiltrate governments, is what Bongino says. So, amid the Doge driven dismantling of the U.S. Agency for Administration or International Development, you said Bongino urged the world's largest humanitarian aid organization was not an aid agency. You said is about deep state pockets of money used to infiltrate governments, NGOs, and other policies for an anti American censorship agenda, he said on February 4th, characterizing the agency as probably the single greatest slush fund for the deep state you've ever seen. And I believe that is 100% correct. Because if you see where all this money is going, it looks like it's being laundered to me. How else can you? What better way to launder money? Oh no, we're going to send this money over here and we're going to pocket it. We're going to say it's going over here, but we're actually pocketing it. We're going to tuck it right here in our pocket where our pens go, you know, where you write your check, you know. Anyway, fourth crazy thing Bongino says is Trump could investigate special tyrant Jack Smith, which would be phenomenal and he definitely should be investigated, and a lot more people should be investigated other than just Jack Smith. On January 23rd episode, he said he would have no problem with Donald Trump investigating Jack Smith, the special prosecutor who led the two federal criminal cases against Trump. And sorry. And you see like these people are like taking off, they're selling their homes, they're trying to figure out where to go. What can I do to hide? They're trying to hide, build your bunker and put your head between your legs and the rest because that's where you're going. Bongino describes Smith, who resigned ahead, resigned ahead of Trump's inauguration, as the special tyrant investigation investigating Donald Trump for a fake crime he made up for a fake insurrection. We all know what that is. January 6th. And there's no special need to go into that because we all know uh, the FBI was the ones that pushed the people, or I wouldn't say pushed because you're your own person, but gave the idea for the people to go into said Congress, through the barricades. And so, number 5, it says, don't trust the FBI or DOJ. So, how could somebody that is going to be the second in command of the FBI not going to be able to trust the FBI or the DOJ? Well, hopefully he turns around and makes 100% or 180-degree turn of the FBI and puts it back on the correct force where it needs to be, or plainly, I say get rid of the FBI because there is no need for CIA, FBI, all those three-letter agencies are just funneling money in, just like NASA. Plain and simple stupidity. Fake, 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 fake. So Uh, he does not trust the FBI or DOJ. After the Justice Department announced in September that the Kremlin had backed a widespread election interference scheme, Bongino urged his followers to trust absolutely nothing emanating from the DOJ or FBI that even remotely whiffs of politics. And that's like basically saying don't follow the news, don't follow CNN, ABC, CBS, Fox, as in FAUX, means fake anyway, so we all know that. Even though they say Fox is on Donald Trump's side, it's still fake, I believe. Find your own news. He said in January, Bongino said in January that the FBI is now an exclusively political organization. A dynamic, he said, will change under Patel's leadership, which hopefully that it will uh, be true. Then he goes on to say FBI has been hiding a massive fake assassination plot. In a January 7 episode of his show, Bongino accused the FBI of hiding a massive fake assassination plot to shut down the questioning of the 2020 election that had come out the second Cash gets sworn in. That would come out the second Cash gets sworn in. Okay. So we're saying as soon as he gets in, we're going to hear about this massive fake assassination plot, which I don't think they won out, but we'll see. I really don't believe that's going to happen. Borgino said no one has focused on the untold story of January 6th more than him, which I don't know. I don't watch the guy. I watch him maybe a few times, but I don't keep up with him. I don't like the guy. I never I to me I always thought he was FBI to begin with, or CIA or something. So this just proves my theory correct. So it's insane to me. It's insane. He argued the January 6th bomber, a reference to the suspect who placed pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic National Committee's headquarters of the eve of the riot, is a freaking insider. Obviously, yes. How can you, yeah, how would you be able to even put anything near there whenever you all this security? Yeah, it's just, come on, it's common sense. Borgino contended that recently released footage from the FBI and alleged perpetrator who doctored the obscure the person's identity. Well, we already know who that guy is. There's no need to even say his name. Everybody knows. When they're standing there saying, he's a Fed, he's a Fed, he's a Fed, he's a Fed. Well, guess what? He's a Fed. Obviously, he was a Fed. And number 70 says DEI is a cancerous curse. And that sounds about correct. You just take this call. Hello? Punta Quinte. So We get fake calls all the time, whatever. So, DEI is a cancerous curse. In an episode posted on after a tragic mid-air collision last month near Reagan National Airport killed 67 people, Borgino decried diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives as racist and a cancer. That sounds absurd. It it could not ever be racist ever. DI is not racist. Well, how do you get race out of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives? How do you get racism out of that? If the person isn't qualified for a job, so that goes to show. All right, then I could just be a surgeon if I want to. So does that make sense? I'm not qualified to be a surgeon, but with this DEI initiative, it would allow me to be a surgeon, right? Pretty much. But if you say that I can't do that, I can't be a surgeon, then you're racist. You are the racist. That sounds absurd. Trump and several of his allies baselessly blamed the crash on DEI, and I highly doubt that crash had anything to do with what they said. I have my own theory, and if you want to hear it, please feel free and message me, and we can go over that. We can go over whatever you want to go over because I got lots of theories and I have lots of presentations ahead. So, yeah, that just doesn't make sense. None of it makes any sense, especially in it lands in the water. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, DEI is a cancerous curse, Bongino said, adding he was glad Trump brought it up during his press conference about the crash. Now, whatever. Yeah, people that say DI is racism, they're just I don't know. They can't think for themselves. They hear that from CNN and they go with what they hear. Just like I said from the beginning, don't believe anything I say. Do your own research and think for yourself. Think for yourself. Think always question everything and always think for yourself. So Dan Bongino, he says the left wants to destroy our boys, right? Applauding Vice President J.D. Vance's appeal to young men during his CPAC remarks, Bongino said in the Tuesday episode that the left wants to destroy the idea of strong masculine men and wants your values coming from the state. Yeah, they want to think for you. They don't want you to do any thinking for yourself. They want you to be a little boy or dress up as a little girl. That's how sick and perverted they are. He continued, they want everybody weak and compliant. And the best way to do it is to destroy our boys. Just like I said, go ahead. Dress up as a little girl. Just like the next guy, Zelensky. Yeah. So next, Bongino says Zelensky could have prevented a lot of drama by defending Trump during impeachment, but who would? Nobody. It wasn't meant to be. As tensions between the U.S. and Ukraine peak, Bongino said the suggestion that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky's hands are clean in what's been a global attack on populism and Donald Trump is ridiculous. So, all basically, he wouldn't defend Donald Trump because if he would defend Donald Trump, then obviously he wouldn't get billions of dollars from, you know, The Walking Dead. I don't even know how you can call that a president. He is definitely The Walking Dead. I mean, I don't even want to say his name. It sounds stupid to say his name. The worst president ever in history of America. He was never my president. Clumsy fella, shall we call him? The clumsy fella. And his stories were so made up. I can't believe people voted for him. It's so pathetic. Especially the one. The one he said, what did he say? It would, when he was at the pool, they would slide their hand up his leg and make his hair stand up on his legs. Like, what? Don't you, bro, stop, quit it. He claimed, so, let's get back to this because some of the stuff is just ridiculous. So, Bongino, he claims Zelensky could have saved the United States a lot of drama by defending Donald Trump vigorously and loudly during his 2019 impeachment. He added that Trump is suspicious of Zelensky because of what Bongino said Zelensky did to sweep under the rug the freak show madness. Freak show. There you go. I don't even want to say his name. Joe Biden. Whatever, I said it. Flashback. Trump's first impeachment was for withholding aid to Ukraine as leverage to pressure Zelensky to announce an investigation into Biden and his son Hunter Biden. And he knew what was going to happen. Everybody knew what was going to happen. The outcome was the same, only because everybody knows the outcome before the public does. The insiders know the outcome before you know how it works. And if you don't, you are a laughing stock of America. So the last thing they're criticizing Bongino for is after Trump's conviction, laugh now, mother effers, you'll be crying soon. And here comes. Truth shall be told. Bongino in a profanity laced Truth Social post shared after Trump was found guilty on 34 counts of falsifying business records last May warned liberal, call me F wads that will be drinking your delicious tears in November. Laugh now, mother F's. You'll be crying soon, he wrote. Bank on it. And guess what happened? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And it seems like show's about to be over. Tell me what you think in a comment. And don't be afraid to subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me how I did. This is my first live. It's long. Sorry, so long. Maybe we do. Tell me what y'all want to hear or talk about, and we can. Sorry, it took me 5 minutes to figure out my mic because I never even used this computer in my life. I just started a couple days ago, and this is my first time ever using uh, Studio, YouTube, whatever. I don't. I got a mic. I rap. I'm a white rapper. We got some music. Sometime we can rap. Hey, whatever y'all want to do. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Criticize me. I don't care. Give me everything. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did right. Tell me what I did wrong. I can learn from my mistakes. That's all I can do. And don't believe everything you hear. Do your own research first. And I love and respect all of you, no matter what. It's always now it's based on Republican or Democrat, but I don't see nothing. It's like I think it's better. It might be better that way because nobody sees color as much anymore, and that's better. But now it's Democrat versus Republican and all that. But I'm neither. Didn't vote. Don't vote. Don't like it. I vote for the Most High, and I praise Him. And I'm just going to end with that. Thank you all for watching. And please comment, criticize me. Critics are the best. It's how people learn. Thank you all. Peace and love.